A very warm morning to all. Hope everyone is watching my videos and everyone is fine at home. So before yesterday we have completed chapter 5, revision of chapter 5, introduction to the Euclid geometry. And today we will start with a new chapter, that is triangle, chapter 7, revision of chapter 7, triangles. Okay. So let us discuss the summary of the complete chapter, what we will discuss in the complete chapter. So first we will discuss what are triangles. What are triangles? What are triangles? Then we will discuss about what is the congruence of the triangle. What is the word? Congruence. Triangle. Congruence of a triangle. Third, we will discuss about the difference between congruent and similar figure. Congruent and similar figure. Fourth, we will discuss about the term that is CPCT. What is the full form of CPCT? What does it mean? Okay, CPCT. Then fifth, we will discuss about the different criteria. In order to prove two triangles are congruent. In order to prove two triangles are congruent. And remember, I think everyone knows that the sign of the congruency is this one. Okay? Different criteria to prove that two triangles are congruent. Okay, we will begin with the first point, that is what are triangles. Okay? Okay, we should start from here on. Point number one is what are triangles. So any closed figure made by three intersecting lines. Intersecting lines is very basic and everyone knows about, but still it is important to discuss since we are revising the complete chapter. Any closed figure made by three intersecting lines is known as triangle. The figure looks like this. Multiples are A, B and C. Intersecting means that two lines have a one common point. This means it is the intersecting line. So three intersecting lines make a closed figure that is known as a triangle. We also know that where A, B and C is known as the vertices for the triangle, and AB, BC, CA is known as the sides of the triangle. Okay. Also we know that angle is marked as angle A, angle B and angle C. So this was the basic about what are triangles and how to locate that it is a closed figure with the three vertices A, B and C and with the sides A, B, C and C. Understood? Second, we will discuss about what is the word congruence triangle mean. Congruence. Okay, congruency of a triangle. Second, we will discuss about congruence of a triangle. Okay, I am erasing point number 1 and 2. Second point was congruence of a triangle. What does the word congruence of a triangle means? The word congruence means that two shapes or two triangles. Here we are discussing about triangles, so we will point out only triangle. So two shape, or that is two triangle, when they are same in shape as well as size, then they are known as congruent. It means that one figure just overlap the other figure, then it is commonly known as congruent figure. Now the third point it is, what is the difference between congruent and a similar figure? What is the difference between congruent and a similar figure? So we understood what is congruent figure. So similar figure will never have same size. Why? Because if it is same size, then it is congruent. So similar means shape will be same. Suppose it is triangle, second shape also will be triangle. We are making a figure like that. fourth point it is CPCT. CPCT, most of you know everything, and those beta students, those concepts are not clear, please revise this video very well, okay, so that your concepts will be clear. Okay, CPCT means corresponding parts of a congruent triangle. The corresponding parts of the congruent triangle. Corresponding parts means, suppose two triangles we have proved that both are congruent. That both are congruent. Anyhow, we have taken 3 points and we have proved that these are. Now, I will tell you in the point number 5 also how to prove that two triangles are congruent. First, before, suppose two triangles are congruent. So, the corresponding parts of the congruent triangles, okay, suppose we have to prove any two sides are equal or any two angles are equal, we can usually use CPCT in order to show that two sides are or corresponding parts are equal. Corresponding part means corresponding angles as well as corresponding sides. Understood? Now the fifth point it is different criteria in order to prove that two triangles are congruent. Okay, different criteria we will discuss. We will discuss one by one different criteria. So we know first criteria is side. Second is side, angle, side. Third, angle, side, angle. Fourth, angle, side. We have 4 criteria, that is here it is written. Okay. So first we will discuss about side. What is side? When two triangles are given, they are said to be triple S criterion congruent where all the 3 sides are equal. Figure can be shown like this. All 3 sides are equal. Okay. Second, it is side angle side. It means one angle is equal and two sides are equal. Okay. Third, it is angle side angle. Angle side. Suppose it is given 2 angles are here and 2 angles here. Mark with double line so that you will not confuse. So angle side angle, it means suppose we are marking it as A, B and C, D, E and F. Okay. Angle side angle, it means 2 angles are equal and 1 side is equal. Fourth, it is again angle side. So what is the difference between point number 3 and point number 4? Many of you are confused in point number 3 as well as point number 4. When to write this one and when to write this one. We will clear your doubt today only. Okay, I will try my best clear your doubt today itself. So we are taking point number 3 only. Point number 3. Let me discuss point number 3 and here we will discuss point number 4. Point number 3 was angle side angle and point number 4 it was angle side. Okay. So what is the basic difference between angle side angle and angle side? When you will mark it as an angle side angle and when you will say that the two triangles are congruent with the help of angle side. Suppose we are taking two triangles like this. For both the cases we are taking the triangles like this. Mark it as A, B and C. Similarly, take it here also. A, B, and C, D, E, and F. Okay. So we will see what is the difference between point number 3 and point number 4. Okay. Point number 3. First we will discuss about the point number 3. When we will say that the criteria is proved with the help of angle, side, angle. Okay. This is ABC and DEF. So what we will say? Suppose this one is equal to this and this one is equal to this. So we will write angle B is equal to angle E and angle C is equal to angle F. Okay. Till here it is. No doubt till here. Sometimes it is given in the given portion. Sometimes it is given in the given portion that BC is equal to EF. It means this is the included side for these two angles. Included sides of the congruent angles. It means when the included angle is given, then we will write angle side word included is very important. So whenever we observe that it is the included side, then we will write angle, side, angle. Understood? When to write? So we can prove that triangle ABC, here we are writing triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF by which criteria? That is by angle, side, angle. Understood? Now we will discuss the point number 4. When we will say it is angle, angle, side, angle, angle, side. Again we have a triangle ABC here, DEF. Suppose B is given equals to B and C is given equal to F. So first point will be same. We will write it like this also. Written? Okay. So now what is the difference in the point number 3 here and here? Here it can be either equal this one or this one, not the included, the corresponding side. Not the included, the corresponding side should be equal. So either AB is equals to DE or AC is equals to DF. Then we will say that the complete figure or the two triangles are congruent by angle, angle, side. I hope your concept is clear now when to say it is angle, side, angle and when to say it is angle, angle, side. Okay. Now start solving your exercise problems. Everything is over. I know revision part is going on. So it is your duty to complete your exercise in advance and solve every problems. Till then, thank you so much.